Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. I thought I'd shake things up a little bit, and that's why I'm filming in front of my refrigerator instead of where I normally film. Anyway, today we're going to do another keto recipe, and this time it's a delicious mutton stew in a coconut gravy. And this recipe is kind of inspired by a comment left by Don F27 saying keto curry and rice please, and ATW Tech who says, oh yes, I love curry and keto curry would be incredible. So this is not exactly a keto curry, but this is a keto mutton stew and it's going to be delicious. So let's go and make it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is marinate our mutton, and I'm using boneless mutton because that's just the way I like it. But if you guys like mutton with bone, go right ahead. So we're going to marinate the mutton with a little bit of salt, some black pepper, some red chili powder, some coriander powder, and a spoon of ginger garlic paste. Then we give this all a good mix and set it aside for about 15 to 20 minutes to marinate. Now for this recipe we're going to use a pressure cooker because mutton takes a long time to cook and the pressure cooker just makes everything really quick. If you don't have a pressure cooker, well then just simmer the mutton on a low flame for a long time till it's fork tender. Also, if you plan to use another meat like chicken or maybe beef or whatever other meat you like, rabbit for example, the cooking time is different. Chicken will not need to be pressure cooked, you can just cook it low and slow, and beef, depending on the cut of beef you're using, accordingly your cooking time will vary. So don't worry about that. But for mutton, I'm going to use the pressure cooker to speed up the process. So the first thing I'm going to do is heat up some coconut oil in my pressure cooker, and I'm going to give the mutton a quick sear on either side. The idea is just to get a little bit of color on the surface. Next I'm going to add a de-seeded green chili, and that's because you guys know I don't like anything spicy. The next thing I'm going to do is add in some cloves, a cinnamon stick, and 2 bay leaves. And you want to give this a good mix and then deglaze everything with some water. I'm using about 250 to 300 ml of water because that's just about enough for a perfect gravy. Next I add a beef stock cube to give it some seasoning and some good flavor. And finally, before I forget, I'm going to put in a full onion chopped into quarters. And of course you can use any vegetables you like. Since I have not experimented with anything apart from carrot and potato, and since on keto I can't eat either of them, I'm just going to go with the onion for now. But feel free to sort of do whatever you like. Then we shut the lid and we pressure cook this for about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so now that we are done pressure cooking the mutton, we're going to check that it is tender. Yep, that looks like it is tender. Now I'm going to get the gas back on and I'm going to bring it to a simmer, and I'm going to add in heaps of curry leaves. That's because I just love curry leaves. You can go easy, you can put a little less than I have, it's all good. Then I'm going to empty a whole pack of coconut milk. That's about 200 mils right there. And this is a rich, delicious coconutty gravy. So you can't really skip this step. Well, actually you can, but why would you want to? And finally we're going to add some coriander. And our delicious keto-friendly mutton coconut stew is done. And I've served it up with some delicious cauliflower rice. Now don't worry, I'm going to do a separate video recipe to show you how to make the cauliflower rice. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like me to do that. Seriously, give the video a thumbs up if you want to see a cauliflower rice video. And that is the mutton stew for you. Alright guys, so it's time to taste the mutton curry and the cauliflower rice with it. And I've got my dad again on the show after your comments that you liked his appearance. I said why not bring him back. Though he's not on keto, he's still going to eat the cauliflower rice and the curry. So Dad, dig in and tell me what you think.
Guys, I thought this was the Kerala lamb stew, normally associated with appam. But this guy is insisting that I have it with what he calls cauliflower rice. And very frankly, when I look at it, it doesn't say much, it doesn't speak to me. But I'm going to be fair, I'm going to try it.
Oh, that is good. I don't know about him, but I like it. The mutton is cooked to perfection, it's delicious and tender.
Are you serious? This is just cauliflower?
Yeah.
And there's nothing else in it?
No, it's just cauliflower rice with a little jeera and some butter.
Guys, this is the most amazing substitute for rice that I've ever seen. And I thought this keto stuff is a lot of, you know what, but if this is it, I'm going to get on to it from tomorrow and lose another 10 kgs like he did.
8 kilos. But the man has given it the approval, my father, and hope you guys will make this recipe at home, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Till then, cheers and keep cooking.
Enjoy.
It is quite good.
Guys, listen, I'm really sorry. I got so carried away with the cauliflower rice, I forgot to tell you that the lamb was absolutely succulent. I mean, it's a melt in your mouth situation. Unbelievable. You guys gotta try.